All right, welcome into 5 Reasons to Bet. This is a midweek edition. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at 5 Reasons Sports and at Ethan J. Skolnick. We've got Jim Rodriguez. You can follow him at JRod Show on Twitter. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, make sure to catch the Hot Minute on the Miami Heat. That's all over the 5 Reasons YouTube channel because, of course, we are based here in South Florida. But we're going to start with a couple of series in the NBA or play-in situations that have nothing to do with South Florida, but we'll be having a lot of interest in tonight. So, J-Rod, let's actually start with the one everybody wants to talk about, which, of course, is Memphis-San Antonio. So let's go there. I know the big Ja Morant DeMar DeRozan battle is what's on the lips of everyone at ESPN today. How do you see this play out?
You know, it's funny because obviously it's Greg Popovich, the old warrior. Is he going to have sort of Jedi mind trick? Is he going to pull something Obi-Wan Kenobi out of this? The Spurs are getting 4.5 points in this game, and the over-under is 222.5. Now, Memphis has been great against the spread. 58% they've covered the spread, and it is at home. But sometimes you need to be contrarian when you're sports investing. I think the Spurs are going to lose this game. I think Memphis is going up, but I think it's super tight, maybe even a buzzer beater. I don't see it more than 3-point difference. So I'll take the Spurs getting the 4.5 points in this game. And you hate to do it, but I like under 22.5. I don't see a lot of points. Again, I think both teams will crack the 100. I don't think it'll get into the 220s. I think it's going to be a really competitive game.
Indiana almost scored 220 by themselves yesterday. I bet 90% of NBA fans couldn't name the coach that Greg Popovich is coaching against actually this week. And I will say one thing about close games with Memphis. Anecdotally, because I've watched them a little bit this season, they lose close games. They find a way to miss free throws and lose close games. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm with you on taking the Spurs and the points and just kind of seeing how it plays out. All right, let's talk about the other one because we have to. Steph Curry feels like a man on an island here. Again, somehow LeBron James has painted himself as an underdog. Not exactly sure how that's occurred with the defending champions and they've got Anthony Davis. But, I mean, what happens here?
It's so funny. The NBA is you get Warriors, Lakers, and you think to yourself, wow, a play-in game. At least the good thing is, both of these teams play a game. Obviously, Curry, the scoring champion. The line started with the Lakers minus 4.5, and clearly everybody jumped on it because now the line is 6 at BUSR.com/5RSN. I still like the Lakers at minus 6. If it gets any higher, then I think we need to start turning it, taking the Warriors. But minus 6, I still like the Lakers, and man, I am so tempted. 218.5.
Yeah.
Bells are going off. 218.5. Almost want to take over. I know the Lakers have been doing it with defensive prowess, but 218.5. Warriors, Lakers. I'm still not sold on that under, but I do like the Lakers minus 6.
I like the over. I think we're getting a 40-plus point performance from Steph tonight, and that kind of pushes you over. I can't see him playing. Well, I will say his numbers in Staples Center, I looked them up, are not good historically. So it's just not a building that he shoots as well in. So that is one thing to consider here. As you mentioned, BUSR.com/5RSN is where to play all this. You get the 30% off. And, of course, you can play the series odds as well. So let's give you a little taste on the Heat. We're not going to give you the pick for Game 1 here. You got to check that out in the Hot Minute everywhere else. Again, $100 deposit. They'll give you a $100 credit. The Heat beat the Bucks last year in 5 games. The Bucks, even though the record doesn't say it, I think they're better suited for the playoffs now. But the one stat that everybody gets to talk about, Jimmy Butler did not play in any of the 3 games against the Bucks this season. The Heat were a horrible team without Jimmy Butler this year. He is playing in Game 1. So the series, not Game 1, but the series, how does it go?
Well, let's start with, first of all, the crazy talk. The Heat sweep the Bucks 33-1. You're throwing money out the window. The Bucks sweep the Heat 7-1. A little bit more realistic. I don't think we're going to see a sweep in this series. What I think if you like the Heat in 7, it's the only win in the series. Heat in 7 is 8.5-1, 17-2. Heat in 6, we all like to say Heat in 6, 7-1. Heat in 5, 16-1. Now, what's really going to happen? Bucks in 6, that's 4-1. Bucks in 5, 5-2. Bucks in 7, 7-2. So you've got options there. I think the ones are the Heat in 7, which is 8.5-1, pretty good odds. The Bucks in 6, which is a modest 4-1. Don't waste your money on the sweeps.
I like Bucks in 6. I think that's where this comes out. Honestly, if it goes
so
to
do the Bucks.
so do the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, I think if it goes to 7, honestly, then the pressure does shift to Giannis. Even though it's in Milwaukee, I could see Jimmy stealing that game. But I think just overall, Milwaukee is better this year, and I do think they win in 6. I think the Heat really screwed themselves by dropping that game and ending up in this bracket, because otherwise I think it could have been a long playoff run for them. Give me those odds one more time on Heat and 5, because that is the favorite expression.
Heat and 5 is actually plump. It's a plump number, 16-1. Heat and 5.
We'll see who has the guts. All right,
that's this right. Heat and 5 power. It's Heat and 5.
I'm gonna try to shame some people on Twitter to doing that, because they all claim Heat and 5. Put your money where your mouth is. 16-1.
There you go.
Put down the $100. You get the $100. I mean, you can win what? I mean, that's $200. You can win $3,200, right? So BOSR.com/5RSN to get all of this stuff, the 30%. Make sure that's what you're using, and check out for game 1. And I think Jim has a little bit of a different view of game 1. Game 1, we'll have the hot minute on some of the other programs here on 5 Reasons Sports.